All right, folks. I think that we are good to go now collectively, just for all of us inside the live trading room, all of us on social media or social streams. That is, let's see what's moving right now heading into the close. I know just for the last 30 minutes, Rich was commenting on this HPCO trade for all of us here. Elizabeth inside our live trading room making some money on that. Jeff making some money on that trade, also out at 380 himself, or maybe in from 380, you could say. But, nevertheless, this made a nice pop over 4 just now. I feel like it was going to make the same type of move here that it made off of 350 earlier. A wicked pop and drop earlier and game over. So I was a little cautious of trying to just jump in over 4 right there. But so far, it led to a pretty good entry. Let's see if there's a lot more left to this trade. I wasn't necessarily planning on trading going into the close as much. I wasn't as hungry, so to say. So if there is something I could really sink my personal teeth into, then I will. But it's been a pretty good day altogether. So I have no problem closing up right now. But with that said, there could be some life left on this HPCO. Let's see it. There we go, right up to 430 already. I'll tell you, there's not really much historical levels on this trade. You want to follow level 3 and level 4 first, but in terms of a historical level, that could be the kicker to lead this trade to really explode and make the better move that I was thinking there was a chance it wouldn't make. But yeah, right off of 4, ended up popping higher, but really there's not much of a historical in between. It just got a couple of different candles here from its IPO back last year. 480 was the low, I think, on one of its first days. Yeah, Jeff in on that trade from 380. There we go. My apologies there. All right, so we got this HPCO making a good move. Let me bring up Bookmap right now, just on my end, see what's moving on Bookmap for this trade. Not really much in the way. You got a 15,000 share order on the ask off of a 450, and then from there, a 22,000 share one up top at 5. There's another trade, Rich, that's making a pop, and I saw it from the corner of my eye about 10 minutes ago. I didn't call it out because it really wasn't looking that great then, but it's actually moving up a little bit higher now. The stock SPPI ended up making a pretty good push just a little bit earlier. It's like a nice level 1 or 2 stock. Inside the trading room, Rich, you probably need to fix the matrix there. On my screen, at least, there's about 52,000 shares on level 3 off 118 on that trade for the SPPI. So there's a chance you can get like 6-7 cents on it. Wouldn't be bad. But I think the attention stealer here is going to be HPCO. This thing is really pushing up pretty well. I do regret not jumping in off that 4, but it does make sense as to why it popped. I was a little reluctant there at the time. I mean, the stock is up 450% still. And as I say that, perhaps you could say that's what I was a little reluctant of, folks. If you jump back to HPCO right now, you can see that thing just smashed right down to 4, way below 4, actually. It hit like 382 or so right there. It's trying to snap back up, but I'm not gambling here. There's a chance it could hold 4 now and run back up, resistance turning into support, but I think I'm tapping out today, personally. That would be your best chance, though, if anything, to see now it hold over 4, slingshot back up, over time coming up here. So that could have been a good chance, but I didn't have my finger on my cursor. I wasn't ready for it. All right, so we got a couple trades. Even if this does build support, you got the SPPI trade still holding pretty well, Rich. That's like more of a level 1 or 2 stock there. All right, now I got more of my trading system set up here now, for me at least. Yeah, that's a wicked shakedown on that HPCO. I'm going to hold myself to not trying to jump in on that one personally. Had a pretty long day, and a good day nevertheless, but from 7 a.m. till now, I'm not trying to do high risk at this point. Just going through a few different trades on my watch list right now on my notepad that I have in front of me here. really isn't a whole lot that's moving too well. I shouldn't speak. I shouldn't say that too soon. So obviously the SPPI is making a good push, but there was one from our watch list, right? The SRZN stock. That one's pushing back up right now. As I'm talking, that's back up towards 114, 115. Actually, on the SRZN trade, there's a bit of a ladder that seems to be, squeezing this trade up right now. Oh, a pretty good entry right off of 111, actually, just from earlier on the SRZN stock. I'm going to keep my book map up on the screen right now just to see, what we can get out of this trade. There's an iceberg on SRZN at 120 for about 30,000 shares. I'll pull up SPPI on my book map here too. Delete a few things that look like crap. Do that there. Yeah, and look at the HPCO. It's holding over 4. It's trying to make a swift move back up towards 415. I'm looking at that 415 level, and the more and more times it can needle above that, I'd be led to believe it could really fly. So, you know what? Even though I missed it from 4, there could still be some room from 415 if that gets flipped into support. I do like this SRZN though a lot. Just looking at how steady it is, that big order on the bid. All right, there we go. Elizabeth says got up at 4 a.m. for a meeting in Amsterdam. I'll tell you what, for anyone that's on the West Coast, I should say, California, Washington, state of Oregon, I would commend anyone there to wake up that early to trade, East Coast time slot right there, like pre-market at 8 a.m. Eastern. That's not me. I'm not a morning guy. I moved to Florida, not California. So that's where I I commend anyone that does. All right, so this HPCO is trying to make a small squeak back over the 415 level. I'd start to contemplate an entry on that if it could solidify support better. Stock has made such a big move that really 15-cent level or levels 15 cents apart aren't really too common like this, especially for something up this big, but it is pretty cheap. So, that is your chance to try and grab like a quick entry on it. So let's see this 415, 416 level solidify now as support, because if we get that, then all systems are go. All right, let's see what this could do. It's up so much percentage-wise. There is high risk with trying to trade the stock right now. That's why you need to have very tight stops. Yes, it could stop you out, but I'd rather get off the roller coaster early before it makes the drop, and I'm not prepared for it. So, Allison says it is worth it. I can imagine. I was in California back in November visiting a buddy. It's a beautiful time there. That SRZN trade pulled back. If it could still build off 111, then I'm game on it. But otherwise, I haven't jumped in yet. Time's a ticking on that one too. We're getting good support at that 415, but I cannot stress to you, if this breaks below 415, then all bets could be off for it up as much as it is. So it's kind of do or die here from this 415, not to sound so dramatic, but basically what we're getting here. Here we go. Little move up so far on the 415. Again, we're not out of the doghouse on it just yet. We've got to see a lot more action out of it, right? That was a perfect support hold so far. But yeah, let's get the higher high. All right. A 15K on the bid at 410. I'd just rather see it blast through all of this resistance on the ask up towards 440, 439. Here we go. Now, current time right now, 3:42. So we are actually pretty after 3:30. So this is where we got to really begin to see things pick up. A lot more traction on the way up here for this HPCO. Let's see it. Show me the money. This has been such a fun stock to trade today. Even if it shakes here, it's been a nice ride. It's been a very entertaining trade today. All right, let me ask for any of us inside our live trading room, is anyone still in on this HPCO? For Jeff or Mario, Elizabeth? I don't want to distract anyone too, and it like slams down and like just get caught off guard. So if you're hesitant on typing back to me until you lock up a profit, no sweat there as well. It's happened to me a couple times. So in from 395 says Mario. Beautiful. Love to see that. He's got some insurance money there, some cushion money to work off of, even if it does shake back below that 415. Gotta love it. All right, I'll tell you though, hey, for all of us on social media, Facebook Live, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, our social streams here right now, we don't do this as frequent, but if you wanted to join us inside our live trading room to continue our audio commentary full-time as a member, just go right down to the link on the green banner below the stream, and then otherwise I'll post my email once more by the end of this, here at 4 o'clock. But Josh at c2trading.com is my email. Any questions that you have, certainly feel free to let me know. And with that, we're getting another shake down to that 415. So it said we're not out of the doghouse yet. So if this really smashes below 415 coming up, then like I said, it's a do or die level. So off to a good start. I think maybe trying to shake some traders out, perhaps, if not, end of the ride. But nice recovery. About a 25,000 share order on the bid showing up off of 420 now. That's good. That's good news. Really strong slingshot here. We'll take it. But let's see the higher high. Let's see a lot more where that came from. I'm not referring to the shakedown. Let's not see a lot more of that shakedown. Let's see a lot more of that shake up. Come on. Like I said, there's not much historical resistance to work off of on this trade. There might be like a couple of things like if you really have to squint hard and try and see it, but I'll tell you, just quickly looking, there is not much on the historical charts for me to focus on. Close price on its first day as an IPO is 778. It is pretty far away from that even. Low here back from August was 480. So that could be something to think about. But in terms of following the big money, it's just really seeing it try and break higher off the 445, 440-ish area. Looks like it's building a Fausto flag here too, even on the 5-minute chart. There we go. It's going to be a nice move coming up. I'll tell you what, I was just finishing up a coaching call with one of our students. I was going to continue my search for an at-home water delivery system, but this trade might pay for it. So I'll take it. Nice jump in right off that 415, let alone from 4 on that nasty shake. That was wild, that shake down. But again, I wasn't trying to play high risk today. Current time right now, 3:46. We got plenty of time here, folks, till the closing bell. Just be careful. Stops are set. All those AI trades dropping off lower right now. SPY made a small bounce so far this afternoon, like from 330 onward. The SRZN stock is back up towards that 111 price. I think that could also be a pretty good entry coming up here too. SRZN at 111. I mean, this is up so much percentage-wise, so if we don't get what we want on this trade, again, can't fight it. All right, so right now, current time 347 and change. Getting close. Here we go. Let's see something pop up on the bid here, about 12,000 at least so far at 434. All right, here we go. Come on, baby. Let's get one more pop, one more blast over 450. I don't even want to have any like quick little pop and drop any move like that. I'll sell. I'll get out really fast. We'll see if he even could pop over 450 here. Another wicked shakedown. So be careful. For me, the SRZN I think could be a bigger money maker just because this I don't have as many shares of. But that SRZN's got to hold over 111 if anything. What a shake on that trade. Are you kidding me? I mean, thank goodness it didn't stop me below 415 there, but even that shakedown is pretty nasty for the HPCO. All right, come on. One more chance here. Let's get the blast off from 450. That was a crazy shake there. I was a little suspect of getting my order stopping me out. 29,000 on the ask at 450 here. The SRZN making a small little push off that 111 now. It's now at 113. So it's a cheap stock. HBCOs too, but that's not up 400, 500% like this one. This goes one of two ways. They're either trying to shake traders out for one more pop going into the close or afterwards, or this is top of the roller coaster and then it just tanks. So it goes one of two ways. If you haven't hit your day's pay yet, then this would be as good of a time as any to lock the money up, take the money and run. If you've already done that and you've had a great morning already, then you could have some for fun shares out there and roll the dice at least. And if it doesn't work out or go our way, then that's all right. There's just another trade out there that we're calling out too. Quick little follow-up right now, SRZN. Right off that 111. Current time right now, 351. So again, we're not holding into the after hours. At least I am not. Either I'm going to will myself to go to the gym as soon as we finish this up, or I'm going to go to the beach, one of the two. So I am not going to be at my desk either way. I do feel like a big shakedown is coming, but again, just in terms of having a nice morning and into the afternoon, that's just like some of the consequences that we're aware of by holding on to a position if we're a little uncomfortable. If we think that there's going to be a big shake, normally we'd say just get out, take the money and run. That SRZN, it doesn't seem like it's going to make that move that I want. It's a shame, but I just pulled the plug on that. I took 2-cent loss on that. in at 111, out at 109. But this one here, at least if we can get what we want, this can really work out pretty nicely. Hopefully it could. Just seems like that SRZN, like if it was going to make that pop, it should have done it just in the last couple of minutes. So Bill out from 415, out at 445. Excellent trade from Bill. And yeah, this is a good time to take the money and run, isn't it? I think it's a good idea, Bill. Right there. I'm out. 441. I like that. I normally show it right there. I don't know why it's not showing it, but yeah, 441. I got out. I was in from 415 on the nose, holding support. Pop. Yeah, SRCN's not going much of anywhere now, it seems, and just getting a little too close to the market close right now. Current time 354 basically. So, you know, if SRZN suddenly goes right now, then it'd be a slight shame. But if there's something that could really convince me to jump back in on it, then I will. But get my order set up at least. I don't mind doing that, but it was a nice trade, that HPCO. That was a good one for what it was worth, right? You know, I mean, hey, even getting in from 415, able to grab a good 30 cents on the trade roughly, right? So we'll take it. 25, 30 cents from there. Um, SLQT didn't really do much so far for us this afternoon. Check the float on this SRZN. I feel like it's one of those super low float stocks. And yeah, I'll tell you what, I'm actually wrong with that. Depends on what your definition of low float is, but it's like 32, 33 million share float. We've traded a lot worse. It's only trading 9 million shares right now within that float. It just trades crap volume per day, this SRZN stock. Not a whole lot per day does it trade. Yep, this HPCO pulling back. I think the show is over there, Mario. Nice exit from him as well, getting out basically right off of 440, 435. Anything I missed? IMCC pump and dump. Didn't really focus on that too much. A little pop on the stock BCLI right now, trying to make a pop just before the closing bell, but we're not going to trade it. Maybe something to watch for tomorrow. Has a nice daily chart, that's for sure, recently. The SRZN is trying to make a squeeze here. If I can get filled at 112, I'll be really content, but there's a chance it may make a small little pop without me. There's only limited time, though. The reason why I'd be focused on that, if anything, is just because the spread isn't like terrible on it. It's like a 1 or 2 cent spread at most. So if it could make the pop off of like 111, then that would be your best bet. But setting my stop again on that. Yeah, it's a nice drop on that HPCO. Now we're getting the profit taking, the beginnings of at least. You know, it's technically still holding over my 415, but that'll get knocked out momentarily, probably in the after hours at this stage. Yeah, this is not going to push up, it seems now, the SRZN. Move my stop to 10 there. All right, so folks, I'll tell you, that's pretty much it. I mean, we had a pretty good trade on that HPCO, at least from 3:30 onward. The whole day there was some pretty good opportunities out there on Bed Bath Beyond, on Carvana, the ICU trade at first, G-Sun, WLDS. It's just been a bunch around there. If this makes a Hail Mary pop, and if I could squeak out 3-4 cents, I'll be content on the SRZN trade. All right, so we're going to wrap up right now, folks. For all of us collectively, at least, I'm going to jump off the mic inside our live trading room. So for Leda, Mario, Michael, and Elizabeth, Allison, and all of us there live right now, Jeff and everyone else there included, hey, have a great night, folks. We'll catch everyone back here tomorrow morning inside our live trading room. That is, you know where to find me, though, so certainly feel free to shoot me a quick email, josh@c2trading.com. Certainly as well tomorrow morning, you could always private chat me right here inside our live trading room. But for all of us on social media, Facebook Live, Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube, we're going to try and do these every now and then, pop up, every now and then in the morning or in the afternoon, myself and Fausto at least. So, hey, if you want to follow us more, just make sure to subscribe right to our YouTube channel, that being youtube.com/cybertradingu. Otherwise, though, if you're interested in joining our live trading room, just go right down to the link on the green banner below the stream right there to get yourself set up, to get yourself started. Any questions beforehand, feel free to shoot me a quick email as well, josh@c2trading.com. But aside from that, folks, it's been a pretty nice day so far. Pluck out on my SRZN trade, just get out with like a break-even trade here at 112, whatever. And that'll do. All right, folks. So with that, enjoy the rest of the day today. Enjoy the night tonight. We'll catch back with everyone coming tomorrow morning. Take care.